Hi, everyone. My name is Eric Portugal Welsh. I'm the Director of Revenue Operations at a company called DemoStack. We focus on building a platform to allow you to demo your product in the best light, putting your best foot forward. So today I'd like to just run through what building an unforgettable demo looks like, and how that can impact your sales team, your CS team, and really kind of shine a light on demo analytics, something that we haven't had a lot of insight into in the revenue operations space before, and something I think is really going to be really impactful for teams moving forward. So, what is demo analytics, and why is it important? Well, um, we've been living in a space where call intelligence has moved the needle a lot for sales teams and for customer success teams. And what have they done? They've tried to replicate what good looks like from a sales rep, and we've done that through call coaching, how much time they spend talking, all these like slew of analytics that the gongs, the choruses of the world have brought to the forefront of our minds. But we haven't really done the same thing with demos. What does a good demo look like? How many do you have to give in order to make to get your point across? What specific pieces of your product do you have to show in order to engage people and make them want your product? And then on top of that, like how many, like how often do people receiving demos actually want to visit your environment before a buying decision's made? So something that we've done at DemoStack here, after about 2 years of building a platform where you can essentially clone the front end of your product, start recording demos, giving them, presenting them to prospects. We've sifted through a bunch of data and started to put together a big, robust analytics package that allows you to, as a customer, to see how many demos are needed to be given, the median duration of those demos, the different screens that need to be shown, and then you can basically take what good looks like from your top performing reps and try to replicate that across your team. I'll dive into that more in just a second, but um, it to us it seems to be really important that people are able to um, uh, create very specific talk tracks, and that's something that we're trying to highlight and bring to the forefront. So what does that look like when we're talking about what replicating what a top rep is able to do? Well, we can start to generate winning demo playbooks. So if we're looking at this slide, for instance, our number one rep with 5 deals won is spending most of their time looking at analytics, editing, and integration. So maybe those are the three places that every demo needs to hit on first in order to get the engagement, the prospect engagement, and start to win those deals. So like the gongs of the world keep saying, replicate your A players. That's what we're looking to give you insight into doing, and that's it's something that we found to be really important when focusing on the actual demo. Um, in addition to this, when rolling out new product features, um, adoption is always something that's kind of forefront of product marketer minds, right? So we want to know. Let's say custom CSS in this example is a new product feature that we're trying to push the AEs to demo. We can really see who's adopting that in the demo process and if it's effective or not. Maybe custom CSS was this big brainchild of the product team, and people don't actually want to look at it. We're spending less time talking about it, but still winning a lot of deals. Maybe that's something we want to focus less on, and then focus more on building a more robust editing process here. So moving on, the other pieces is how do demo analytics actually affect the sales cycle? So I think most people are inside of Salesforce or HubSpot in the revenue operations world, and really focus on conversion rates, win rates. What duration, how long, how many demos are people given in each stage of your sales pipeline? And then how does the correlation of your demo to win rate affect where you're focusing time and effort? And how is that going to affect and be impactful for your sales leadership? Um, and then, and this to me is something that's like, is really exciting. So how long, like when you're thinking about resource planning and planning for the future, how much time does it take in the demo in order to win a deal? So how much effort am I putting in as a rep? How much time is the team putting in? And how do we scale that across the organization? Buyer engagement. Another thing that's really interesting when you're talking about giving a demo and providing a prospect with an environment where they can play around with your product in like a safe guide railed space, and then you're able to meet your prospect where they are, and see real time insights in what they're clicking around and what they're looking at. If they're sharing that demo environment with somebody else, you're able to kind of meet them where they are, time your follow up perfectly. So, for example, here we have the Slack integration that's pinging us every time somebody's visiting a specific part of our demo environment, number of steps they complete, and how long they've spent there. So in this case, you could reach out to Mark Robles, terrible pronunciation, and follow up with them about the specific tour training for redesign page that they're looking at, ask them if there's anything else that they'd like to see. And it really helps you get a better insight into what your prospects are actually interested in. So maybe coming into the next meeting, you can tailor that demo more towards the pages that you've seen them actually focusing on. So that's it. Just a short and sweet talk about what the current state of the demo environment and what demo analytics mean and how they could potentially help you moving forward.